Do you know the Samsung S95B OLED has a self-charging remote?
Wow, that's amazing!
You wouldn't have to be buying batteries when you purchase the television.
Finally!
Interestingly, this feature pales in comparison to the new changes and adjustments made in the operating system of the television set. In this video, I'll take you on a journey through the Samsung S95B and then give you a verdict on why the television is worth buying or not.
That's so kind of you.
Let's begin. Design. Samsung televisions have always been sleek and thin. The company is known for manufacturing aesthetically pleasing technological devices that cut across different spheres. One laudable thing about Samsung is its continuous effort to improve upon previous device models. Thin is good, but thinner is better.
That's right.
The Samsung S95B is very sleek. In fact, it was the company's most minimalistic television set at the time it was manufactured. The beautiful design of the device measures just 3.9 millimeters, which is equivalent to 0.15 inches wide at its thinnest part, situated somewhere on top. This is really impressive. At the bottom, which is its widest part, the TV set has a thickness of 1.6 inches. The bottom of the device holds the television's processing hardware components as well as its inputs. In addition, there is also a pedestal stand that comes with the device. The stand is sturdy enough to hold your entertainment consoles on it, but if you would rather prefer to hang it up, that works too. We can't discuss the design of the television set without speaking about the picture quality. That's coming up next. Display. Samsung has had a few issues in relation to the contrast of some of their television sets. Over the years, the company has attempted to make slight adjustments to the picture quality of their TVs. Users have, however, complained that the contrast of their Samsung TVs were either too bright or slightly darker than they would have preferred. Well, Samsung finally got it right with the S958 5-star TV. The contrast is just perfect. The picture quality is purely stunning, and the overall graphics are just right for your eyes. Let me give you some perspective. The picture quality of the S958 is so great that its default standard picture is sharper and clearer than most TV sets that have been specially adjusted. Moreover, there's a dynamic picture mode on the Samsung television, and it shifts your graphics from standard to HDR. The HDR pictures are mind-blowing. The dynamic mode is, however, not recommended for everyday use due to its extreme sharpness and heightened colors. It's suitable for indoor date nights with that special someone. When it comes to everyday usage, stick to the standard mode, which is already impressive as it is. Now let's turn our attention to the features of the television. Features. The Samsung S95B, like other Samsung TV sets, uses the Tizen operating system rather than more common interfaces like the Android TV, Roku, or Fire TV. Tizen performs the functions of these common operating systems, but one downside of it is that it's a bit more complicated to navigate through than the others. This is especially true for new users of Samsung television. Thankfully, with the introduction of the S95B TV, the interface of Tizen has been transformed to be more simplistic and user-friendly. The pop-up bar that used to appear at the button of the TV has been eliminated, and the operating system has a completely new home screen outlook, which is entirely full screen and gives you access to all the major streaming services such as Netflix, YouTube, Amazon Prime, among others. It also gives you some recommendations to choose from. The remote itself is decent, with a simplified design. It also uses Samsung's cool solar cell technology, so it doesn't need batteries. Instead, you can just flip the remote over to charge it via the lights in your room. Now, how cool is that? What do you think about this feature? Let us know in the comments section. After reviewing the picture quality and features, it's time to assess how well the TV does with gaming. Just before that, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for exclusive tech content. Also turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our videos. Gaming. Older Samsung TV models allowed users to play games like Xbox with consoles. There were reports of lagging, and in some rare cases, freezing.
That's a bummer.
Thankfully, Samsung has upgraded the S95B gaming. Now you can play Xbox games without a console.
Great.
You heard me right. All you need is a wireless controller and a Game Pass membership, which costs $15 a month. Afterwards, you just log into your account and you can start streaming all the popular games including Forza Horizon 5, Assassin's Creed, Doom Eternal, Halo Infinite, and others. If you still want to forego the Game Pass membership and stick to your good old console, the TV makes room for that. The streaming feature is not all smooth and perfect, and it comes with some drawbacks, especially if your internet connection is relatively weak. The video quality also seems to have been limited to HD with no possibility of HDR, which is quite a bummer, especially for gamers who are crazy about graphics. We can trust Samsung to work on improving the gaming of the S95B and subsequent models. Now it's time to give my verdict. Is the Samsung S95B OLED TV still worth buying? Let's get into that. Verdict. Samsung devices are some of the best in the market, and their television sets are no exception. Despite the few lagging problems in the gaming and streaming services, the S95B is an impressive television set with a stunning contrast and very good graphics. The television has a simplistic outlook with a remote control that can easily be charged with the lights in your room. I think the OLED TV is worth buying. The 65-inch version of the TV comes at a price of $1,800, which is well below its counterparts like LG and Sony. Speaking of LG, the LG C3 OLED TV has proven to be a great competitor to Samsung TVs. Check out the next video to find out why.